For WKNO News in Memphis, I'm Christopher Blank. Tennessee's 113th General Assembly concluded its session on Friday with one last compromise in the final hours. A franchise tax reform will create a $1.5 billion pot of money that companies can tap into to request rebates. Businesses had threatened legal action over the constitutionality of the tax. Rebate recipients will be publicly named on a state's website. Governor Bill Lee initially opposed the concession, but relented in remarks after the close of the session.
Most important thing that was accomplished with the decision that the House and the Senate made with regard to disclosures was to make sure that the limited disclosure that was a part of this legislation does not hurt companies in this state.
Lee was asked if he was comfortable with his Franklin-based family business, Lee Company, being listed as a beneficiary of tax rebates. The governor noted that his stock in the company is in a blind trust. Medicaid expansion could be on the table in Mississippi. Senate leaders for the first time on Friday said they would be willing to expand Medicaid through Obamacare, though Senate Republicans want a work requirement to use it. Mississippi is one of the poorest states in the country, and Medicaid would help the poor and uninsured manage chronic conditions such as asthma and diabetes. Mississippi is among 10 states, including Tennessee, that has not expanded Medicaid because many Republicans believe that federal health care encourages poor people not to work. Autoworkers at a Volkswagen plant in Chattanooga recently voted to unionize, a move that could have a ripple effect in a state where government has long been hostile to unions. Danielle Smith with the Tennessee News Service says workers overwhelmingly agreed to join United Autoworkers.
The vote is historic as they are the first workers in the South outside the Big Three automakers to be successful. 73% of over 3,600 workers voted for the UAW to represent them. Isaac Meadows works in the assembly shop at the plant and says the VW workers now have a voice.
We actually now have a vested interest in this company as a partnership. We get to negotiate our pay, our benefits, our working schedule, and then ultimately demand the respect that we deserve in the workplace.
The vote to unionize came despite opposition from 6 Southern governors, including Tennessee Governor Bill Lee. President Joe Biden congratulated the Volkswagen workers for their groundbreaking decision. I'm Danielle Smith, Tennessee News Service.
This is 91.1. More news at WKNOFM.org.